How's everybody doing? I hope you are fantastic on this Friday. You know what? I just want to make a quick video today because whew, Facebook is tripping and they took my last post down about purging your body of toxins. And I'm so glad I got my YouTube channel and whatnot. But I was thinking about this week's hero, right? And it's the South African leader, Mulima. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm not, let me know the correct pronunciation. But he inspired me so much because he really represents the fact that all of the people in Africa, they ain't all coons. And I was actually glad to see that. You know, I'm glad to see that everybody in Africa ain't coons and worshiping the white Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I've always said, you know, yes, you need to date Africans, ladies and men. We need to connect with our brothers and sisters back on the continent. But ain't no need in connecting with the ones that's coons and worshiping Jesus. And that goes for here or over there. And especially those that's not awake to global white supremacy. That's my thing. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck with no black person, no melanated individual that don't understand global white supremacy. The South African ruler, he knew good and fucking well what these white boys was up to. And he's like, we ready for their ass. We know we need to take our land back. You see what I'm saying? August is a very significant month, ladies and gentlemen. Our ancestors are very strong. A lot of our revolutions popped off around this time, you know. And so even Marcus Garvey's birthday is in this month. It's just so much. The spirit of segment, we got so much energy supporting us right now. So yeah, we in this bust back type of spirit. So I was really glad to see that, especially in South Africa, because South Africa can be very coonish, which a lot of parts of Africa can be, as you know. I have a lot of African connections, a lot of African friends. I've dated African men, started in 2010. I really felt like after I dated that African man, I would never date an American man again. That's how much the standard raised for me. But when I heard him speak, that was actually my, you know, I'm not really accustomed to hearing Africans talk like that. You know what I mean? Like Mugabe, yes, I rock with him, very strong. But I was like, this is who we need to be fucking with. If he not talking like that, like, that's why I was like, you know, I was watching a live chat yesterday to Reap Radio, and as the man was talking, I was getting wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, figuratively speaking, like, damn, it was such a turn on to hear a man talk like that, because we ain't used to hearing these coon motherfuckers talk like that, especially in Africa. We see our black empowerment leaders over here talk like that. Shout out to all of them, you know. But when it comes to really saying what needs to be said, them Africans be tap dancing and shit, just like the rest of these coons over here. So, and then for him, and here's the other thing, when Africans don't give a fuck, it's really a wrap. They really afraid of us. Like, they don't really want us to tap back into our ancestral code of the warrior that we really are. It's lights out. And that spirit is rising up. That's my hero. Like, just listening to him, everybody that heard him was inspired, period. And they were empowered, weren't you? You were like, hell yeah. Imagine being with that man when he come home. You know, I'm stupid though. I gotta throw in something real quick. When we talk about BDW, hashtag BDW, that means black dick worship. Okay? And this week's hero, I think, ladies, we would agree that collectively, his dick deserves to be praised. Absolutely. Now, he's an African man. I don't think he has any problem getting his dick sucked. Baby, suck my dick. I'd be like, yeah. Girl, he wouldn't have to ask me twice. Are you kidding me? The way he just said that shit in Spitfire, I was typing in the chat. I want to cook for him, make his plate, and serve it to him. Like, when we hear men talk like that, oh. But the African ones, that's not on there because it's It's one or the other. And I haven't seen much of a middle ground with Africans. And that's been my problem lately, because I'm more awakened to this type of shit and these dynamics, you know? Like, you either got the Africans that's totally awake, or the Africans that want to be European, you know, and we call those super coons. Okay, so the African super coons, but they want to constantly check me and Black Americans and practice this tribalism. But we at least know, I know my tribe and what tribe you from and all that tribalism and shit. Where when you in a system of global white supremacy and we all niggas. And as Tariq said, you in the tribe of nigga. Just like those men, those Ugandan men got punked out by that white supremacist. That white supremacist, demonic, old, decrepit white supremacist man in Uganda, staying at those Ugandans hotel, by the way, that they own. The white man came in there and punked out 2 Africans, and the white man going on and on about, you know, nigga this and bitch nigga that, and I'm your God and you worship me. I mean, honey, he told you what the religion is, y'all, that Christianity is synonymous for white. So when you worshiping Christianity, you just worshiping the white man again. That's all it is. So I'm not getting into that with y'all, but that's why it's one or two of y'all shit like that from white people, or some like Mugabe and Mulima that's okay with fucking busting back and chopping some heads off. Fuck these crackers. That's the Africans. Those are the only Africans and the Black American men that's worth fucking with. Because if not, you're going to deal with the ones that still kissing the feet of the Madonna, worshiping the white Jesus, trying to be friends with the cops, talk about we shall overcome, and he can't protect you. He can't protect you. And that's why I have to keep drilling this in, because the type of man and profile is very clear about who we need to fuck with. Where does he hang out? When I do the session, you guys, and we talk about positioning you for high caliber men and men with high protective provider instinct, you have to look at the profile of a man like this and do a cross analysis. You know, you got to get strategy when you start talking about how can I be around men like that? That's powerful. See, that's actual men in power. Okay, my man was the first man. I mean, for real, I'm like, you a lot, bitch? You do what? You work with governors and rulers and kings? Yeah, we need to be on that level, ladies. And I was so grateful that I had some brothers in my life that expanded my horizons beyond just dating musicians or men that were only in technology. How about date men in technology, business, that do spiritual work, that's high priest, that's doing everything? You know what I mean? Like, we need to be on that level. Men that's making decisions, cutting checks. So as I was talking to a lady yesterday, you know, she's 40. So when we in our 40s, I'm 36, so I'm almost 40. And basically I say I'm 40 because I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30, and so are you. And you need to do the same with whatever age you are. When you start thinking about the profile of person, and the men can do the same thing, start doing a cross analysis of who this person is, and you narrow down their interest, what their beliefs are, their activities, what they do. And you have to know and what they like. So men that are in positions of power, men that are articulate, men that are making decisions for countries, put yourself in rooms with them. Because everything else y'all been fucking with, I'm sorry. That's why we got such a fucked up generation of women that's dealing with all these simp motherfuckers and confused about how to find a good man. Because the only men you really should have been fucking with this whole time, and all of us included, is men on powerful levels. Get in the room with them. We have been downplaying ourselves. We have. And you can find the same in brothers here. Men that are powerful, making decisions, have a very, very clear mindset of who the enemy is. Same for black men. I only fuck with men like that. That's why I call them brilliant black intellectuals. Those only black men worth fucking with. Did you hear what he said? And to take this land back, we prepared to pay the price. He not afraid to die. Now you talking about something that turned me on. That really turned me on. saw a Tinder profile of these men talking about they God-fearing. When I say they say they God-fearing, I click right off. That's a no-no. I keep telling y'all, black men, and I don't care if he is Christian, you have to be connected to your African power as a warrior. See, Marcus Garvey was a Christian, but he was connected to his African power, to his ancestry, to his spirit, to his purpose, to his mission, his divine mission, his destiny. Do you see? So for people that wonder, like, okay, all right, well, what about being Christian? Well, honey, the men that be saying they God-fearing, that tells me you don't really know who you are as an African man. You're not in touch with your power. I click right off. Honey, when my man told me, I am God. That's the man you need to be fucking with. The man that says, no, I'm not God-fearing, I am God. That act like a God. That walk with power, not simpish ass troll generation that we got. Raised by single mothers. Bless your hearts. Super duper nigga nerds that have no game or swag. Scared. Socially awkward. Unattractive inside and out. But a lot of y'all follow me too. And you're sitting up super single black men because you don't have that warrior instinct. You in my inbox every other day just trying to find a reason to connect because you don't have no mouthpiece. You just so broken and, you know, you're not used to women showing you any attention because you don't really connect with many often. So I'm like it for you and something you got a private crush. Like, it's just weird with y'all. That's what I'm talking about, that simp. Like, where the fuck y'all get these men from? Now we doing men that's got tats everywhere, all kind of hair colors. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all haven't been knowing what to look for. Grown motherfucking men right now, ladies. Men that make decisions, men that write checks, cut checks. Okay? Your fucking ass is 40. What the fuck else should you be looking for anyway? He should already be at the top of his game. Okay? Headed there or already there. This is for women that have a matriarch spirit. Women that are in touch with their purpose and are clear and are cosmic mothers like I am and are clear about their destiny and mission. You can't, when you're clear about your destiny and mission, you only attract men that are clear about theirs, right? So in the same regard, when you're not clear about yours and just trying to hope and wish and pray, you're going to attract those type of dudes that's not really sure. And that's why you shouldn't fuck with dudes who don't really know what they're here to do. They don't have their income together. They haven't started working in their purpose, working at the top of their field or game or craft. They don't have resources. And he doesn't have high self-esteem because a man's self-esteem is already directly dependent upon his ability to provide. Let a man be broke for a couple weeks, his self-esteem and his ego is shot. So men that have the money, the moolah, the cash, the king dundada money, they make moves like that. They don't care nothing about scooping you up and getting in a relationship with you and your children, whatever. And this is what I've seen for single parents as well. When I say scooping you up with your children, I'm not trying to create no fantasy like rich men gonna scoop you up with all your children and you can just be a broke down bitch and don't have feminine grace and no. I'm saying these men, they make moves like that when they have resources and they have that powerful, high protector provider instinct and they're warriors. I had an ex that was like that. The one that set me up, got me my first laptop, invested in my business, all of that good stuff. My Negro nerd, who was a musician, bless him. I'll always be grateful for my Gemini. He was raised by his mom and dad. Okay, so this is somebody, when he met me, I didn't have children. He had, I think, 2 children, and he had been married 3 times. And I liked that because I said, okay, to me, I know Geminis. I know Sagittarius too. We bounce around in love, you know. Don't judge our life. And to other people, they don't understand that, but we're really resilient. So when I saw he had been married 3 times, I was like, oh, cool. I like him. Because I said he had taken care of 3 households 3 times. He's committed 3 times. And the same with me. You know, I just know how lovers work. And sometimes you can have that type of history. But anyway, so I said that about him because when he met me, he knew I was building. He had such a paternal energy to help and to provide because he had seen that. You know, when you have an 80-year-old dad, an old school daddy, you know, and he was a son of a preacher man, raised well, only child, you know, come from good pedigree like that, environment like that. He told me, he said, you know, and I moved in with him, whoop, whoop. I was sleeping on a friend couch. And then I eventually moved in with my man. And so he said, look, I done taken care of three households, and with children from my side and her side. Your little stuff ain't nothing. He said, and I know I could take care of you too. Honey, listen, that take care spirit, when they got it, when they got that spirit to just provide, because it's in them. And that's why I don't have time to go back and forth with these men going their own way, black men here that's been fucked over and don't have no sense of power and they're damaged and broken. I don't go back and forth with that shit here with them because I know they got that broke mentality. They the ones that don't even want to break bread, and when they'll inbox you all week, hotepping, but then they go missing when you ask them to support your businesses. Shit like that. I don't go back and forth with men like that. That's stingy, have a stingy spirit. I only deal with men and women that have a giving, abundant spirit, because that's truly who we are as Africans. We're abundant people. Okay? So that spirit of the type of man we should be fucking with, lady. You in your 40s. Put yourself in the room with these type of men. Take your ass to Africa, not to the sports bar. Go to the African events. Go to the African circles. And when you do, sniff out the ones that's the coons, eliminate them, and stay amongst those and fuck with the men that's about black empowerment, and fuck with the men that believe in what Sulima, the leader in South Africa, is saying. That can be a qualifying question. Hell, next African you meet, oh, what do you think about the leader's thoughts in Africa? What do you think about what's going on in South Africa? Let them let you know who they are and what type of African they are, because just from me to you Africans, it's gonna take a little bit more than you eating foo-foo and shit and eating and being fat and shit to be more African than me and trying to check me and stuff. Well, what tribe you from? I had some women try to embarrass me like that years and years ago, and I was like 21 and I was married. And I walked up to them because I was kind of doing my own research, trying to see what they saw in me, what tribe I was, and you know, really none of the shit matters now. You know what I mean? Because if we can't act as one tribe and defeat white supremacy, honey, they gonna all keep treating us as one big nigga. But anyway, they just looked at me and scoffed at me like, oh, you don't even know who you are. You know how they do. They scoff at you because you don't know your roots and all this type of shit. Hell yeah, foo-foo though. All they doing is eating. And what I mean by that is that Africans, the only thing that makes you African is your language and the food you eat. But it's not because you practice your own shit. You practicing Christianity? You talking about praise Jesus? You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. And they want to check me as if I'm not African enough. No, sit your coon ass down. That's why it's sad I have to do that a lot. Because Africans come with that attitude to black Americans that are in touch with who the fuck we are. As if we separate. I don't like that attitude that Africans be having. You know y'all already superior than a motherfucker. So come your ass over here. Get some game. How about this for my African sisters that's got a problem with me being so African, honey? How about you come over here and get this game and learn how to really do your makeup? Because we all know that you got this embalm number 4, cremation number 5, terrible weaves. We all know not to go to you. We don't even get our hair braided from y'all no more. So y'all can really have several seats, because you need to come up and sign up for every hood girl's goddamn class to dress, to do their hair and everything, because the hoodest girl of Atlanta can dress better than the richest woman in Africa. I'm telling you, y'all need some help. Don't know how to do your face, don't know how to do your weaves. I mean, y'all are the worst. Okay? You ever seen a Nollywood movie? A-list actresses wearing 27 pieces. A-list actresses got number 4 and a number 2 black body. Like, bye. Your skin bleaching like a motherfucker. Girl, but you want to check me? No, ma'am. When I go to the African market to get my cola nut and my shea butter, I have never seen as many big displays of skin bleaching creams in my life. Y'all bleaching like a motherfucker. God damn. Yeah, that's why you one big nigga. You been affected too. You sick too. Eating foo-foo. Foo-foo eating sick nigga. And you got the nerve to have a sense of trying to check me and check the black Americans and not connecting with us and building with us. Girl, bye. Your stupid ass too. They bamboozled you too. You've been hoodwinked too. So sis, if any man's dick is worthy to be praised, and if it's anybody that's worth your time, it's the men that are in positions of power, men that know who they are as Africans, men that are uncompromising. Not this wimpy spirit. That's gonna help you get through the population, the singles population, very fast. Because I know I'm only talking to a small percentage of people. Same with women, where they have feminine grace and they have inner and outer beauty. I'm only talking about 5 to 10%, by the way. And the same with these warrior class men, because the rest of the population is basic or brain dead. Because I've always said there's only 3 types of black people. You got the brilliant, the basic, the brain dead. And oftentimes, the basic and brain dead intersect. So we're talking about a small segment of the population, ladies. You're going to have to weed through the simps, weed through the niggas, scary nigga nerds. We got a ton of scary nigga nerds, just like we got a ton of angry single black women. We got a ton of y'all, right? And so we got a ton of nigga nerds that have no clue who they are. They just reading a bunch of hotel books, getting all the knowledge, and really have no fucking game, no sense of direction. They wouldn't be a good partner. They don't even know how to have a good phone conversation. I'm serious. I talk to these deep nigga nerds and help you guys, and I've been your date coach and life coach and matchmaker for years, since 2011 to be exact. Y'all too deep to date. Not basic communication skills, none. I get on the phone with you, it turns into some type of weird nigga nerd war of information. You just want to go down a rabbit hole. You don't really know how to have a conversation. Like, I'm serious. This is basic shit. You don't know how to make no woman pussy wet? Like, I have a lot of pro-black men that are awakened and conscious, and women. But when we kind of go back through the layers and see what we need help with, I've been talking about the women need help with their health, their bodies, their mindset. Men need help with their mindset. They done been programmed to be feminine. Women been programmed to be masculine. Like, damn, I'm starting to really see why the fuck y'all have been having trouble. Why we've been in the toilet, the black love community. Why it's been in the toilet for so long. All of these socially awkward, you know, dynamics you have, all these idiosyncrasies, you know, just really weird shit that you have to navigate through that nobody's talking about. That's why it's really important to control the narrative. That's why I have to be the black woman and say, no, Atlanta's not full of gay men. It's full of a wonderful array of quality black men, but a lot of black women ain't attracting them because they got fucked up by the damn mind. They thinking that everybody here is gay. So as within, so the without. You create your reality. Your perception is your reality. Everybody's getting mind fucked and drinking this propaganda media Kool-Aid. And nobody can connect anymore. Everybody's scared. People have been programmed to be better at computer programming than they are at damn connecting with the average person. You talk to a nigga nerd right now, tell him to go out and talk to 5 women he doesn't know. He'd rather just do some nigga nerd shit and do something else instead of do that. Same with the women. Oh God, we know y'all don't have no mouthpiece. But thank you, Jesus. I'm trying to tell y'all who to fuck with. Fuck with the people that's African centered. Fuck with the people that are on code. And you can get your ass off the market fast. I'm telling you, just fuck with that community of people, ladies. Because all these other weird social awkward people, right past them. They not gonna be ready for a long time. Yes, they 40. Yes, she 50. Yes, he 50. But he's still socially awkward. He never had a social life. He never learned how to get a mouthpiece. She never learned how to get a mouthpiece. They still not attractive. You're gonna have to move on. Okay? Move on. They're gonna worship the white Jesus forever. They're gonna be scared forever. If they don't agree with the South African leaders' ideology, that's fine. Don't fuck with that type. I'm so glad he said what he said, because we need to start separating the wheat from the chaff, black people. You either fuck with that type of thinking or not. His dick is worthy to be praised. It's worthy to be praised. And you know, when you start breaking down the segment of the population, people start getting upset because you're going to fit into one or the other, period. You either going to be one of these coons I'm talking about, or you're going to be an awakened African that actually wants to be African and is African outside of their food and the language. Lord have mercy. Okay? So yeah, girl. Oh, I just wanted to, I was like, where is he hanging out? Y'all need to be where he is. That was so sexy. Yes, I wish more African countries would do the same. I ain't worried about the ones that ain't. How about you just fuck with the people that are? That's my thing. And that's what African rulers and leaders do. That's what powerful people do that get shit done. We just fuck with the people that are doing it. All you need is 300. That analogy. I don't need 3 million. Give me 300 dedicated people. That's all you need. You have never had, and we have never needed large groups of people in the history of the world to make a huge impact. You've never needed that. You've only needed small, dedicated groups. It don't have to be a big amount of people. You just have to have a code. That's why code is so important. We don't have to have meetings. We don't have to have phone conversations about what we doing. We don't have to have no post about it. This is why white people's system is so effective, because this is just a code that they go by. You ain't white, you're out. Root for everybody that's white. I hope everybody white wins. That's their code. And we need to be the same way. That's what I'm saying. And these Africans got some goddamn sense. Okay? So I just want to leave you guys with that, because this is very real. And we need to stop fucking around out here. Whew. Girl, listen. Honey, these people talking about talk that talk. You know what? Black people in Atlanta. Lord, with something else. I think this one of my little cowrie shells I had in my hair. I found it outside. Well, let me get out of here, you guys. I love you. For those of you that are coming to the retreat in October 20th and 21st. The 20th, we're going to have a black-owned shopping experience where we're going to go to a full black shopping district. And then the second day, we're going to have the fall detox and womb cleansing ritual with Chief Montana. So it's going to be 2 days. I'll post it soon. And for the ladies that's doing the Finding Your Fire course, we're going to be talking about feminine grace and fearless game next week with Sister Subira Fulami. So thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you soon.